What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy D Neil back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Jimmy Carr. Y'all know I love Jimmy Carr. But Jimmy roasting celebrities. Now, before we dive into this, y'all know I need y'all to dive into the subscribe button, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You know, subscribe to you, put the links in the description. If you got a favorite video suggestion, drop it in the comment section. What we got, Jimmy?
If you eat a lot of spicy food, you can damage your sense of taste. When I was in India last year, I was listening to a lot of Michael Bolton.
What's wrong with Mike, man?
Sting, the popular singer, Sting's often bragging about his 8-hour night sex sessions with his wife, Trudy. Imagine how long he'd be able to keep it up if she was a looker. In Japan, they believe that tiger penis improves fertility. But I think, if you really want to get pregnant, you're best off using a man's cock.
I love Jimmy Carr.
Really want to get pregnant?
I love
best
Jimmy
off
Carr.
using a man's cock. My best mate's girlfriend is 6 months pregnant. They said, "Do you want to feel the baby?" On reflection, I think they meant on the outside.
What's the kind of, because the culture of roast jokes is to say the unsayable. What's the most unsayable joke you've ever gotten away with?
I think I seen this clip where he talks about Pete Davidson. I still can't believe he said that, but it was funny.
Is to say the unsayable. What's the most unsayable joke you've ever gotten away with?
I got in trouble with Fox News for doing a joke. I was like the number 3 story on the news. I did one of the Comedy Central roasts. I did the roast of Rob Lowe, and there was a lady on it called, let's call her a lady. Fuck it. There was a lady on it called Ann Coulter, who's a right-wing commentator, big Trump supporter. She's sort of like their Piers Morgan. Okay. But Piers Morgan is actually a close personal. So I did a joke about Ann Coulter, which was, I think the joke was, Ann Coulter is the most repugnant, hateful, hatchet-faced bitch alive, but it's not too late to change, Ann. You could kill yourself.
And I saw this clip, but still, when I hear it again, it's like, yeah, I guess roast culture is saying the unsayable, because you can't say that.
You could kill yourself.
Did you do that little dance afterwards?
I was looking directly at her. I followed it with Ann Coulter's pussy is so old and dry, it just got a job drawing cartoons for the New Yorker.
You ever done this? Have you ever had an argument with someone that you really care about something you couldn't give a fuck about? I had an argument with a friend of mine that I've known for 15 years about whether tomatoes are a fruit or a vegetable. Who cares? Also, it got me thinking, can't something be both a fruit and a vegetable? I mean, what if Graham Norton had a serious accident?
Oh my Lord, bro.
In my defence, I did call Graham and check he was fine with that, and he was. Although I would add, that was a fucking awkward phone call to make. When I told my mum I wanted to grow up and be a comedian, she said, "You can't do both." And she's right, being a comedian makes you quite immature. I'm sort of like a 14-year-old boy trapped inside a man's body. Not in a Michael Jackson way. Because he's a child that...
No, Jimmy, no.
Not in a Michael Jackson way. Because he's a child at heart, not because he fucks kids. Because he definitely doesn't, for legal reasons, so... I wrote that joke for a thing called Worst Britons, where I had to write jokes about lots of celebrities. It was a programme that we put on Channel 4. I wrote this as well, if it's of any interest to you. I went to a car boot sale the other week. I found this old, brown, bent, leathery tool. Turned out to be David Dickinson.
Hey, I don't know David Dickinson.
I've got a friend that told me her new boyfriend looked like one of the Proclaimers. I said, well, he can't. He either looks like both of them or neither of them. I like it when
There's gonna be a lot of British jokes that I just don't know. I don't know the people.
Well, neither of them. I like it when identical twins stand face to face, because when identical twins stand face to face, just for a moment you think, ooh, a vase. Bad things come in threes. Good example of that is Atomic Kitten.
What?
Bad things come in threes. Good example of that is Atomic Kitten. Every time I think of Atomic Kitten, actually, I'm slightly saddened because I think, well, somewhere in the northeast, there's a supermarket, 3 checkout girls short.
I don't know.
I was going to tell you a story about a gig I did recently. I did a gig for Mojo magazine. It's a big, pop magazine. And did a gig, it all went well. I was doing their award show for them. They invited me on. They said, yeah, will you do our awards? I said, my pleasure, lovely. Lots of rock stars and rock chicks, it'd be cool. There was the awards there. I was just doing sort of 10-minute stand-up to begin with. I told a slightly anti-American joke.
Oh.
I said, of course, in Britain, we've got eat as much as you like restaurants, whereas in America, you've got eat as much as you can. You've added that important ingredient, competition. So not only could you be enjoying a delicious meal, you could be beating a personal best. That's the necessity for 3 pockets on the back of your jeans, you fat fucks. And a voice from the back of the room shouted, fuck off! I thought, I presume you're American, are you? He said, yes. I said, think of it as friendly fire.
I like that one. I like that one.
He then shouted, fuck off again, but louder. I thought, well, I better deal with this. I said, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, the only reason I got into comedy and doing this kind of thing is because I thought it would be a bit of a fanny magnet. I wasn't expecting a cunt like that.
That's a good one.
At which point, the editor of Mojo magazine, who was sitting just down here, got up and looked like he was going to come around and pull me off. Not like that. That was funny, well done. No, you go ahead. I sort of signalled to him to stop. I signalled to him to...
Oh, Jimmy. That's a good joke. That Mojo editor need to sit down, bro. That was a good joke. That's how you deal with a heckler, Jimmy. Don't let him stop you.
I signalled to him to stop. I said, I'm sorry, sir, it was a cheap shot. It's a bullseye, doesn't matter. I apologise unreservedly, sir. I did not mean to... Well, I mean, the thing was, the line got a laugh, but then there was an audible, ooh. I thought, well, who have I told to fuck off? It was a guy called Anthony Kiedis, who's the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I'd noticed on the way in that he was on the cover of Mojo magazine, and I wasn't. I thought, this is a social faux pas of epic proportions. And I thought, well, I better apologise unreservedly. I said, I am sorry. If I've caused any offence, I'm sorry. I did not mean to call you a cunt. I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you don't have the depth or the capacity to give pleasure. I'd say comfortably 4 minutes later, I was presenting him with a Lifetime Achievement Award.
That wasn't the worst thing you said.
Well, no, because Pete Davidson was on the show.
Oh, God.
Who's a mate of mine. He's on Saturday Night Live. Wonderful comic. But his father died in 9/11. He's one of the firefighters that went into the building and was trying to save people as they collapsed. And I said, I really dressed it up as well. I went, I'm appalled that people would come here and make jokes about the sacrifice Pete's heroic father made on 9/11. This is not the roast of Pete Davidson's father. That was in 2001.
Terrible.
How did Pete react?
I mean, he's a broken man. No, he was fine. He's absolutely fine. I tried it the night before, actually, in the Comedy Store in LA, which is one of my favourite clubs in the world. And I did it, and like the audience was like, your reaction was like, oh. And there was one guy at the back, like, fucking hell, he's laughing loud. Oh, Pete. Of
I did Countdown recently, the TV show, not Dracula's Special Needs Brother.
I did Countdown recently, the TV show, not Dracula's Special Needs Brother.
Dracula's Special Needs Brother. One for the staff room. And I got asked when I did Countdown, I got asked by every man that I know, everyone asked me, how fit is that Rachel Riley off of Countdown? How attractive is she when you meet her? And it wasn't like a rhetorical question, they wanted me to answer. And I thought, well, I should be able to say how attractive a work colleague and a friend is without sounding misogynistic, without being sexist, shouldn't I? You be the judge. Rachel Riley, let me put it this way. I would crawl over broken glass to suck the cock of the last man that fucked her. I don't think that's overstating it. I'd like to fuck her brains out, take ages. Should we talk about Gillian McKeith, the woman from You Are What You Eat, begging the question, what did you eat, the witch from Rent-A-Ghost?
I gotta see it. I need to see that.
Some people like her, some people don't. I think she's a fucking disgrace. Because what does she do for a living? She humiliates women. She takes a middle-aged woman who's let herself go a bit. She's a bit plump, big-boned. She's not a danger to shipping. She's not hurting anyone, and she humiliates her on national television. Initially, she goes, "This is what you eat in a week, you fat cow." She doesn't say fat cow, but you can see it in her beady little eyes. This is what you...
I need to see that show. I need to, You Are What You Eat. I need to, that's tough.
She doesn't say fat cow, but you can see it in her beady little eyes. This is what you eat in a week. Has anyone noticed how that table of food she shows the big fat fatty is exactly the same as the one Kerry Katona shows us all in the Iceland ad? And then the piece de resistance. Shit into this. What? Like it's the most natural thing in the world. She goes, shit into this. Then she's got the audacity, the brass neck of the woman, to go, your poo's a bit smelly. It's made of shit, Gillian. I think I may have solved this riddle. The reason that is a little bit reeky is it just fell out of her ass. It's still warm, you fucking maniac.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Carr, the guy you just saw in that video. Thanks for watching it, because somehow I get money from that. I don't know how. I don't know. Probably,
she smell what?
It filters through some sort of advert that you watched before you watched the video, maybe? Or maybe you subscribed. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching it. And somehow that benefits me. And hopefully I'll see you at a live show at some point further down the sunny road. Good luck.
She smell it. Ah, yeah, she nasty. She's disgusting for that. That's all we got for this. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You ain't subscribed, then you ever put all the links in the description. Drop a video suggestion in the comment section. It's your boy E-Neil, out.